Kyle Austin with Matt Wenzel, MLive.com, outside Spartan Stadium. Michigan St. Michigan this week, as you probably may know. Matt, this game opened as a 14-point line in favor of Michigan on Sunday. If you were a betting man, who were you taking?
I wouldn't have given up 14 points. Put it that way. I think that's a huge line for a Michigan team that has questions of its own, numerous ones. You have a quarterback change this week. I know they're number 7 in the country. I know they're unbeaten. I know they have all these great stats, but giving up 14 points against a team that has looked pretty good last week, I think that's way too much.
Yeah, I look back to last year, and we were talking all about how many points is Jim Harbaugh going to score, and is it going to be 15-0? And Michigan State kept it pretty close and was in that game in the fourth quarter, and I just think that's indicative of you're going to get Michigan State's best effort. They might not always match up talent-wise, but I think they're going to get a big game. I think it'll be closer than that. And, we've seen the line move down. I know Vegas doesn't try to predict the score. They try to use betting, but we've seen the line come down. So, obviously, I think a lot of people think that.
Yeah, there's always going to be money on Michigan, and I think when you give people an opportunity to get almost 2 touchdowns back, the money will be on Michigan State as well.
All right, question number 2. We talk every year in this rivalry about whoever runs the ball better is probably going to win. A very tight correlation between who does that and who wins the game. Michigan State, for as well as you played last week, its first 2 games, he's really struggled in that. What does he need to do to kind of get going running with this?
Like Mark D'Antonio mentioned on Sunday night on his conference call with reporters, he mentioned it today as well, Tuesday. It's everything. It's the offensive line blocking, it's receivers blocking, it's running backs and their vision, it's play calling, it's everything, and it all needs to improve because 40 carries for 88 yards against Iowa is not good enough, even though they were loading up against the run, and 42 of those yards are Brian Lewerke. So you take that out, and it's not good enough.
Yeah, I think things are going to start to even out. We talked all through the preseason about how the running game was going to be their strength and how they have veteran guys. Yeah. I think all the coaches knew that too, because I think they loaded up and I think they tested Brian Lewerke to beat them. Brian Lewerke to pass well enough to win the game, and I think he's doing that, and I think he's improving. So I think he's going to force defenses to respect the pass game a little bit more. I think a lot of these wide receivers have shown to be threats too. So I think that's going to naturally work itself out. Obviously they need to improve, but I think a lot of that has to do with how they're being played too.
Yeah.
Question number 3, looking a little bit ahead, these guys won't, but we will. If Michigan State can pull off this upset on Saturday, you think about everything they went through last year, you think about the Notre Dame loss, what does it do for them going forward if they can pull off that upset?
Well, I think that would be, the statement game we'll see after that. Pick this week by week, just like the coaches like to the cliche, but, for 3-9, all the 3-9, all the off-field stuff, all the talk of downfall and this and that, 3-1 start right now is pretty good, but you go on the road and beat a top 10 Michigan team. I think that'd be a validation about everything Mark D'Antonio had said in the offseason, repeatedly calling 2016 an anomaly. Players backed him up. He said, look at the timeline, look at the bigger picture, look at the success. That's who we are. I think if they won that game, if they win on Saturday, I think it would give him credence to that.
Mark D'Antonio is always going to say they all count one. You may or may not have heard him say that 8,000 times, but it's not true. This one counts more, and especially in people's fans' minds. I think people will be able to feel like it's back, and that worry I think that Michigan State fans have had that they're not going to get it back. Yeah. It's only one game. They haven't qualified for a bowl. They still have a lot to do, but I think a lot of people could start to think that they're back. So if that happens, we can have that discussion again next week. But until then, check with MLive.com/Spartans for all your coverage.